France up there in 1. Great Britain, Annie Vernon, Anna Bebbington sitting in lane number 2. Belarus in lane number 3. Germany in lane number 4. They're the red boat. Watch out for the red boat and how they progress, particularly in the early stages of this race. USA lane number 5. Hungary closest to us in lane number 6. And Annie Vernon from Rob Roy, Anna Bebbington from Leander Club. There they are. Let's just see what they're going to do now. Gillian alongside me in this opening 500.
Technically, they haven't got the experience. If I've been blunt about it, they haven't got the experience like the New Zealand sisters. They haven't got the experience like the Australians either. And what Annie and Anna need to do is just go out there, really test themselves in this first 500 metres, because conditions are such that it's going to be over and done with so much more quicker than normal because of the tailwind conditions. So they have to almost treat their first 500 like their last 500 and sprint it, get their nose in front, then start to kind of do these strategic manoeuvres, ever so slightly nudge up on leading crews. But it's tough for them. They've done great so far this year.
That's exactly it. We have put a lot of expectation on them because they've had a blinding season, haven't they? And such is the British team, whether in the men's team or the women's team. The results are great and getting better and better. And that's what we expect. So Annie Vernon and Anna Bebbington, Great Britain's contingent here in the women's double sculls. Looking pretty good. They're okay. They're in second position. They're leading a chasing pack. Out front, Belarus, Berashnikova and Birchik from Belarus. Clear. Oh, but look at that. Little blade touch from Berashnikova.
Quite often with the Belarusians, in my experience having raced them, they either get it really right or they do get it really wrong. So I'd be quite interested to see which one of the options I've just said that will happen today. But they're not making it look particularly pretty. But it's not about that today. It's about qualifying and hoping that the weather is going to be more favourable come the weekend, come Saturday for these girls in the final on Saturday.
Great Britain now starting to consolidate that second position, which is great. The first 3 crews go through to Saturday's final. 3 from 6, and it really is about being safe here now, not doing anything which will jeopardize that, which will mean you'll have to really fight back. And it's about consolidation, and Great Britain are doing that. They're leading the chasing field, and they've got to keep to their what they know best, and they go out there and they love racing.
And what better place to love racing than on your home ground? And they know that that it's tough out there, but they know that once they get through the halfway mark, once they get into the last 750, they can start to hear friends, family, supporters, and that really lifts it. And they'll be thinking, you know what, that's for me, that is. So I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try and make this final in order to give some return for the huge support that we've got here today.
It's amazing how being here at Dorney uplifts the whole team. And it's something that I didn't have a chance to do, race on home water, apart from Henley Royal Regatta, which was great. But it's something else when you get to a World Championship final. From Belarus, it's clear. Germany just sneaking into second place. Great Britain just being pushed back into third. If things stay the same, that's it for the qualification spot. But as we know, the second and the third and the fourth 500 meters, really anything can happen. Anna Bebbington in the stroke seat to the left of your picture. Annie Vernon to the right now, and you can see the water, the bounce, it's just wavy. Thinking about driving along one of those wavy lanes, just up and down, uneven, and how unsettled that can make you feeling in a car. Imagine that in a thin piece of plastic, which is what these boats are. They're only about, a 1.5 feet wide. That's look how, not very much. Very fine piece of kit. It
is, and if you were going into a double scull or a single scull for the very first time, you'd know exactly what we're on about. But because it's done so well here, and the girls are coping so well with the conditions, it is made to look a lot easier, but it doesn't feel easy. But it's relatively easier for them because they train in these boats 3 times a day. They're very familiar with their equipment. It's all set up specifically for them to make it as comfortable as possible in tricky conditions like these.
The French in lane 1 have had a very good second 500 meters, and they were fourth at the 1,000 meter mark. They're coming up now on a strong fourth, challenging the third position of Great Britain here. So at the top of your picture to the left, watch that boat. That's France, and they really are tracking now Great Britain. One mistake from Great Britain could open the door to France coming through. To the right of your picture, Belarus leading comfortably in that boat now. No mistakes. Let's enjoy, keep it clean, keep it relaxed. coming now into the most critical part of the race, the last 500 meters. Not because it's the last part of the race, but because it's become the trickiest, the most choppiest part. The water is now really bouncing along. Time and again, World Championship quality crews have come short. They've been caught out because their blade has been caught in the water, and they've just, their World Championships has been over. Great Britain in lane number 2, Vanny Vernon and Anna Bevington have to keep clear heads. Circle the hands, Gillian. That's all about keeping clear and just keeping it simple.
Well, I mean, they're certainly catching up on the Germans. I don't know what's happened here with the Germans, but they look like they're rowing in mud at this point. They're just not slipping through the water as effectively as they were early on in the race. I mean, Annie and Anna should be further along in this field. They've got a lot to do. If we're being realistic about it, they've got a lot to do to put right between now and Saturday to get on that medal podium. And I can't help but think, they'll come off the water and they'll be ever so slightly disappointed with where they're lying at the moment.
Absolutely, because third place qualification here gets you an outside lane, 1 or 6, and very few gold medals are won from that. Now, in their mind, that's what they're in. Their gold medal sort of whole mentality.
Yeah, and they would have gone out today to have won this as well. So. Let's not sort of count our chickens too early here, but it's
because France are coming back. Here come France now through. Great Britain really have to start to just turn it on. They're holding on. They've got to defend the third position here, and the crowd on the far side are really giving Great Britain as much encouragement as they can. A little over 100 remain. Great Britain holding on by half a length to the third qualification spot. Belarus, Germany first and second so far. The race though for qualification is on the far side. Great Britain by half a length, hanging on. It's pure pain now. The last 4 strokes, Great Britain will get it up to the line. Great Britain get phew, sigh of relief. We're in, we're through, we're qualified, we're in the final, but only just pushing France out. It was a worthy challenge from France, but it wasn't good enough today. But race winners Belarus made it look very, very easy. Gillian, there, at least we're through.
Well, look, we're talking 5 seconds here, and I've always been told anything within 9 seconds, it can be turned around. And if ever there's a